Moranis today. What the hell?
Oh my god, I did that while I
live.
was Tiamat. Deodora would fucking never, okay? God damn.
That's why I said fair, not Deodora.
Also, Robo was there
We're
too.
live.
You know something? Listen,
I counted you all in.
hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast Beyond the Veil of
Oh
Ampistrano.
my god.
Yeah.
Hi,
By the way, this is our last episode because I'm leaving.
No. Hi,
Don't
everybody.
do it.
Love you, fair.
Love you all. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 13 of Ampistrano. Sorry for the delay. Truly, I'm loving this group so goddamn much, so I just kind of sat here and just watched a lot of chaos ensuing. Surely, maybe a foreshadowment for today's episode. But it's going to be a fantastic time. Before we dive into our episode, though, we have a few announcements. So let's pop over to April.
Hello, I'm April. We are affiliates with 1985 Games, so you should go to that website, order stuff, and use the code. Gently type in AmpistranoDND and get a discount on some mystery dice, some play mats, and some other fine things that they do, and the games of the 1985. So yeah, go do that.
Amazing. Thank you so much, April. Fair.
Hi. Do you like tea? And when I say tea, I mean the drink, not spilling tea like we were doing before we got live.
I mean, both of those things though, because they pair well.
True.
You know what? That is very true. So if you like tea with your tea, check out Friday Afternoon Tea. You can get they have a variety of blends from D&D to Frankenstein, I think. They have just all sorts of fandom-based blends, synesthesia-inspired blends that help you mentally relax. All very tasty, or like at least the ones that I've had have been very tasty. So if you want 10% off your purchase, you could type in code D&D Jordan Lee. I'm not gonna have you scream it today, just be chill about it. And you can get 10% off your purchase. Now, if you like coffee and tea, back off, Jordan. I know my job.
Sit in the corner. Okay.
Now, if you are a fan of coffee and tea, but don't want to shop in two different places, we recommend you check out Found Familiar Coffee. They have both those things that I said that they have. Let's see, different blends. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I've never purchased from this particular shop. But Jordan recommends Good Berry, which is a bright brew with floral and fruity flavors. God, that's so hard to fucking say. And if you want 10% off your purchase there, again, D&D Jordan Lee at checkout. Save yourself some coin and also help support the channel. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Fair. Let's jump over
back to my salad.
Oh no! Let's jump over to I can't see who's even in the call anymore.
No.
Finn. April will be back momentarily.
Hello, viewers. Never mind the fact that you cannot see my face at all at the moment. Just listen to the sweet, melodious sounds of my voice
Oh jeez.
and know that I have a message for you that will impact your life greatly. And that message is, you know how sometimes you're playing with people in a TTRPG, PPGG, Porter
None of us can speak today.
role playing.
None of us can speak.
You know sometimes how you play them games with the humans, and everyone likes to hoard their stuff. Everyone likes to have special dice and special dice trays and special DM screens and just things. And some reason they have this weird obsession with wood. Well, if you don't want the humans at your table to start catching on that you might not be entirely human, you might want to blend in with them. You might want to look like a human. And you know how you look like a human? You value good wood at your table. And that wood can come to you straight from Talon and Claw, makers of dice vaults, trays, DM screens, and candles. And if you go and scream into that code box place thing, D&D Jordan Lee, you will get 10% off your purchase. So remember, humans like wood, make a good show of it. I didn't. What the huh? Checking the captain, taking the captions, booty butts. They working?
I don't know.
Did my captions say booty butts? Because that's funny.
Technology is a mess.
But also, yes, your captions did say booty butts, confirmed.
Love it.
Hold on, I have a background for this. Let me go and find it for you.
Can they even see you though? Oh, they can see half a sin, my forehead, and Finn's hand.
Wait,
But only part of your hand.
what portion of me does everybody get? Oh, wait. I'm in the shot.
Oh, dang, people are missing on their favorite part, which is me watching me eat. That's too bad. Patreon, we would like money too. Thank you.
That's rude. That whole thing was muted. At least we had captions. Thank you.
That whole thing was muted?
For me. They heard you.
Oh.
They didn't hear me.
Okay,
It's
so they
fine.
heard the part about go to our Patreon. Good.
Yes. This is fine. Just fine, y'all. We could hear everyone else, which is good. Thank you. At least we found that out now before we got into the episode. Yes, go check out our Patreon and our YouTube. We're almost at 50 subscribers on our YouTube, so go check that out. Now, without further ado, let us go beyond the veil of Ampistrano. Get my life together. Maybe.
Never.
Never. So, where last we left off, our party discussed what bonds are as Blackstone finished recounting a bit of a past memory. Sam confronted Cal and warned the group about the dangers of crossing Pithyweather. However, not wanting to completely miss the festivities, the group headed to the Jesters Lament, where they discovered a hidden section of the bar with 2 massive fighting rings and several stands, as well as a large bar. Drinks were had, as well as fighting, as both Aurea and Deidre quickly subdued Goliath in a masked figure, later revealing himself to be Gregory Tyneal, someone from Deidre's past. Sam also entered the ring to fight a half-elf, half-fire genasi, and that is where we pick up today's episode. So, let me look on. Struggles. A hush falls onto the crowd as the 2 magic wielders square off. You see Sam steps forward, kind of raising his hand up, and you see this large amethyst starting to glow, sparking as bits of magic start taking to the air. The fire genasi quickly clasps her hands together, and you see this large rod starting to form made of seemingly elemental magic coming together. She quickly spins it around before facing off against Sam. Sam, you see, kind of brings his hand up and blows lightly onto the crystal, and those sparks start to pepper off almost like fireworks, and you see this creature starting to take form to the right of him. You see swirling into a small tornado as it looks like a small jaguar is now at his side, completely made of this amethyst crystalline magic together. You see him also pull out what appears to be some kind of boxing glove, readying himself for any kind of attacks that may be coming in from this fire genasi. She instantly makes the first move, charging forward, immediately throwing this large rod that she was wielding right at Sam. He's able to kind of parry it out of the way for a second as his jaguar goes in for the attack. Just as the jaguar leaps in, you see these crystal starting to grow around it, almost wrapping this fire genasi into a hug of sorts, grappling her into place before the kind of form of the jaguar melds away. Now these vines are wrapping her, pinning her into the spot as he goes forward with his mitt to hit. You see, slightly mirroring what he has seen Oria do so often. Just as he is about to hit, she is able to kind of move her head to the side, all of a sudden becoming smoke and disappearing out of the crystalline, appearing now behind him as she blows fire in his direction. He quickly raises his amethyst hand and swipes in that direction with a purple mitt as he quickly does a block. You see him stumbling for a moment, losing his footing as the smoke coalesces back into the fire genasi. She steps forward, immediately slams her fist into his stomach, and you see him take the punch. You see him like spit, not blood, but the air escapes him as that goes. It's still for a moment. And you see him starting to kind of rock back and forth, looking like he's about to fall over, until you see the amethyst glow again, and immediately the crystal starts taking over his body, giving him this knight armor that he is now wearing, and he gets into a makeshift stance against this fire genasi. He palms again forward, going to strike at her. She immediately parries it away, this time grabbing his hand and leaping into the air and flipping him. He quickly tries to, you see him reaching behind. The crystalline starts to form, trying to create like almost a pillow behind him, so that way he is landing on something soft versus something hard. Just able to get him away from that pillow, and he slams into the ground. She lands on him. You see as her knees immediately just plow into his stomach. You hear as he takes the full force of that hit. Silence for a moment. She's still holding his arm, not letting him go. Blackstone, you would see this first. The whole time as this has been happening, more of those little sparks of the amethyst have been slowly trailing down his arm onto the ground behind her. And the jaguar is starting to form again and immediately leaps at her from behind, pulling her off of him and ricocheting her against the wall. The force field that's around the two of these casters starts to kind of waver in place as the magic is now having something to hold it against. Again, the jaguar now is able to actually pin this genasi to the wall as the crystal starts to just pin her completely to it. Sam, coughing, gets up, is wavering slightly. Still, you see bits of his armor is kind of smashed in the blow, moving forward with a slight limp as he goes to punch her again. Just as he goes to punch her, she's able to blow another bit of fireball back into his direction.
If this bitch don't take a hit.
That's fairy fire, does that?
What did Blackstone miss while they went to go get snacks?
Oh my god.
This fire hits him, but he keeps going. The armor that he is wearing has taken the brunt of the damage. You actually see shards of the crystal have fallen to the ground and are becoming bits of smoldering amethyst, slowly turning to coal as he steps forward. He's going to punch again, and she's just able to move her head out of the way as you see smoke starting to form again, as she is starting to get out of this crystalline shell that she's in from this jaguar. Just as he's about to punch her, as she's about to disappear completely, you hear the punch hits.
Yes.
She takes it even as her form is smoldering around. You see him kind of looking slightly dazed still, trying to catch his breath from that massive take that he had. The jaguar starts to form again to his side as he starts looking around the field, not sure where she's going to form next. He looks to the left. He looks to the right. He looks behind him. And then his eyes wander up, and you see that the fire genasi is above, back with that rod, and comes swinging down at him. He quickly tries to get himself ready. You see the shield starting to form as this Amphis is trying to give him a little bit of a wall blockage, but it's just not quick enough as she slams into his head. And you see him fall. The amethyst jaguar next to him out of existence as his armor also fades out. And we have a winner! You hear the MC call as quickly you see a couple clerics are moving in to give some aid to our fallen halfling friend on the ground as they raise the fire genasi's hand in the air.
Cal is getting out of his seat and like leaving the bubble seats and heading towards the ring, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever.
At this point, like the field that's been holding you has lifted, and you're able to step forward on the ring. Sam is awake. He's starting to sit up. You just see he's very winded. It's trying to cast gentle repose. No, this is non-lethal damage.
We're not going there.
Not going there. But you all are free to move. Also, Fig, can you either turn your mic up or get a little closer because you are distant?
Right.
I think Deidre will follow Cal into the ring towards Sam. And when she gets to Sam, help him to his feet. Say, "You fought well. But if you need somebody to teach you how to throw a punch, let me know."
Yeah.
Or let Oria know. She's better at it.
Yeah.
I eventually make my way up there.
Just vibing.
I went to the bar to get everyone another round of drinks.
Yeah.
And
You're
when
also,
I-
you
when
got
I-
sick when we left off too, so you're probably cleaning yourself up a little bit, if you recall.
Oh, yeah.
About that.
Forgot about that.
Oh.
I'm cleaning
Yeah.
myself up.
You were cleaning yourself up, if I recall.
And I go, hey Sam, you have a very interesting way of using magic. It's tactical, in a way that I can appreciate.
Oh, thanks.
Right. Is he all right? Does he need more healing? And
Would you like some of this beverage that I have?
That would be great. He just reaches for the beverage.
Are you giving him the friggin' Jester's trick? That drink?
Are you giving him that drink?
wow.
I've been drinking it very slowly because it's one of those things like
Valid.
me drinking and or being drunk for that matter doesn't work the same way it works for like every other life form. So there's that.
Valid.
So I'm just like, certainly Sam should be able to have this. And, when people have difficult or stressful situations, these are one of the things that they like to do to relieve themselves.
Mm-hmm.
100% missed Oria taking a single sip and then
Getting
not
sick
having a great
immediately.
time.
Right.
Getting sick immediately. Yeah, you see, he's just winded. He's a little tired. But nothing's broken. He's not bloodied in any way, shape, or form. He's just, yeah. not feeling the greatest after, having someone land on his stomach.
You fought admirably, I think.
Do you do this often, Sam?
No, but I write a lot, so I get a lot of ideas of like what would be cool to kind of fight. And
God, I love
since
him.
we're like, since we're wizards, I think it just makes sense if we use our magic not only for stuff that's far away, but close knit too. So, because magic's a part of you, so it would make sense if we use it a little bit more close knit.
Right, I see that, but did you have fun?
Yes,
What was
a lot of
all
fun.
right?
And
Okay,
you see he kind of brushes himself off. Where it's like,
excuse me, I have to wish her, a good match and stuff like that. So I'll be right back.
and he
Oh,
kind
of
of
course, of
walks
course.
over to her, and you see he extends his hand, and she clasps it, as they both kind of smile at each other and nod, before he kind of hobbles over to the rest of you.
I like-
Hey, Cal,
Theodora-
do you think you're gonna jump in? Are you thinking about jumping in there?
Oh, I had not considered it, especially seeing the way Sam fared there. It wouldn't. I've never fought anything other than I scare things mostly and then run away. I don't really fight them. You see.
Cal with his 10 hit points getting into a ring match.
My mom told me to learn a couple of self-defense cantrips, and that's all I did was to scare animals away. But then I would also run away. You see.
I lean over to. I imagine Ori has come over at this point. I lean over him and like.
More
"See,
drinks.
Again, if we were to leave him to his own devices, he would die.
Oh, we can't leave him. I thought we already agreed that.
At all. But this just solidifies it for me.
Oh no, I
You hear-
agree.
You hear this?
It would be funny to see him fight, though.
It would be funny for maybe the
Well,
first
no, this is
minute, and then
Think
painful
about
for
it.
the
This
rest of it.
is the perfect chance. Like, it's safe, it's secure. That there's people here to bring back. Like, what better chance? When else are you gonna have a chance to do these things and not pay the repercussions?
I'm feeling like
That is
safe is a
true.
relative term here.
I would be okay, and I like gently punch his shoulder.
Yeah, we
3
fought
hit
and we're
points.
fine. We fought and we're fine, and it's like
Fine strike.
blood. There's blood caked on my
But no,
face.
think about it. It's like training. If you don't ever use your training to do what you were training to do, then you never know if the training worked to train you to do the thing you needed to learn how to do. Does that make sense?
Right, I suppose. But you saw me back in, and he like drops his voice in the library. It's not great when
But that's
My-
not.
and
That's
I mean
because that
violence.
was different.
right.
Knowing that you will not die gives you the opportunity to do whatever you want and to try things and to know that even if you do get a little bruised and bloody, that someone's there to pick you up and you won't have to worry about unforeseen circumstances. I mean, but it's
Oh,
totally up to you.
Besides, Cal, what is magic for, if not to be adapted to the purposes you need it for? It's one of the things that you study, right? Learning about the fundamental laws of the universe and how it's built so that you're able to change them as you need to change them. Well, at least if you work in the areas of conjuration or transmutation anyway.
Right. Okay, so you're all making very good points, and it's not that I disagree with them. It's just Sam just went through this bout, and I'd feel rude not sitting with him and visiting after such a match. I mean, Sam wouldn't want me to just run off and fight.
at this point, Sam has moved forward.
I mean, if you want to fight, that would be cool. That's up to you.
Sam. I put my hand on Sam's shoulder and kind of shake Sam a little
Ow.
bit in like a friendly way. You did it wonderfully. But okay, and I'm gonna like turn next to Sam. Here's what we gotta do. I'm gonna grab Sam's arm. Like this is a better like that. Don't stop tucking your thumb in. No, you put it right there. And I'm just gonna start like. Oria's been drinking. Okay,
Sure.
She wants Sam to do the best.
Arya takes Sam's arms and just starts like guiding him through punching.
I'm a little sore, Oria. Can we do this tomorrow?
Yes, sorry. Just remember to stop tucking in your thumb.
Yeah, I'll remember. That's why I wear the mitt, so I don't do that. Because I always do that.
I still don't know which of these things I should participate in.
But
Oh.
I mean, it seemed really advanced, the kind of fighting that both of you just got done doing. Is there a beginning level? Is there a tutorial stage or
Not
something
really,
of that?
At least here.
Hey,
I feel like your
Cal?
friends are the
Advanced?
tutorial, Cal, because they could teach you how to do the fight stuff.
Do you want to fight one of us?
Yeah.
Oh
Would you-
no, that sounds like a
I'll
sounds
give
like
you
a
first
real
hit.
disaster.
And she puts her arms out.
I would like
Cal,
to see
would you
that.
like-
I'll also let you get a first hit in.
Cal, would you like to just go with a friend?
But you could fight with a friend.
Well, that might be better. You know, yeah. If you think that I require a little bit of training, I'm up for some instruction. But you know, I might like a friend or a tutor.
I think when
Well-
he says, if you think I need some instruction, I think the three of us just look at each other like,
You see Sam nodding his head, like
Uh.
not even just like, mm-hmm.
Cal,
Yeah.
Cal,
could you show me
Cal,
how you
dude.
throw a punch? I just want to see it real quick.
Also, Cal,
I'm-
to be clear, I'm talking about you and another person going into whatever the arena is, like Deidre and Oria did.
Cal like makes a fist, but then does like one of these like
Punch
weird
like
rabbit
this.
punch things, or like, not even rabbit punch, like this weird like paw wave maneuver.
He's like this.
Just like he kind
he
of
like
like
tries to do like a pugilist did, but it looks very awkward. He's like,
It looks
"Okay,
like he's- it
this
looks like-
counts."
Cal throwing a punch looks like he's trying to hit you with a stick that is not in his hand.
I just start instinctively like turning your wrist, putting your elbows up, and just like
Ah, right.
no, not too far back.
I'm pretty sure at one of these points, like Cal actually falls into something.
I'm correct.
Yeah,
I'm
just
trying to
Accidentally
correct
elbow
his,
somebody in the face real
I'm
quick.
trying to
Stumbling
correct his
around.
stance. Like, oh my god, why do you have to put your weight into this? Like, be fluid.
Well, I suppose this is a good time to actually ask a somewhat serious question. Hey Cal, as far as your magic is concerned, what do you think your magic is uniquely suited for?
Hey, y'all, we should probably leave the field because I think they're gonna have their next fight. But we should.
Well, we're
probably
still sitting in
have
the
a-
middle
We're
of the
just,
ring.
we're just in the way.
What do you think about all of
Right,
that? Okay,
right.
okay,
We should
okay.
probably
Yeah, we'll move.
All right, so
we have a
I
group
kind of
fight. What are
oh,
you
right,
guys
right,
talking?
right.
Group fight?
I left the drinks and everything, and so we go back to where our bubble seat was, and I give Sam the drink that
Thank you.
bought for him. Right, I didn't know which one you liked, so I think Blackstone. I took the purple one, right, or the pink one.
I took the
Blackstone
purple
took the
one.
Purple. So I still got the pink one for
Mhm.
Sam. So there you go, Sam. Right. I didn't know which to pick you, so I went with the barkeep's suggestions. But yeah. Oh, my magic. Oh, I don't know that it's for anything. I feel like you learn magic just you never know what you'll need, and so you just learn it to learn it, don't you?
Well, why?
Well,
what?
you're the magic that you know, right? What can you currently use it for?
Okay, all right. I can illuminate things. I can read things better. I can well, I have a shocking thing, you know, that Ma always said would be good for like just getting myself out of trouble, you know. I can shock. And oh, you've seen my magic missile. You know, it's the darts are easy to come by. Wow, like the fact that I didn't hear it until after the cackle from April. Okay.
I don't even know why that broke me. It's never broken me before, but this time it did. I'm sorry.
Hey man, sometimes the magic
It's the
missile
way.
just
It's
hits.
the way. It's the way he said it. It's like, well, you've seen my magic.
You've seen my magic missile.
Seen it.
Oh,
That-
Blackstone
he was talking to
Cal's
Sam.
magic missile.
You've
Um,
seen it. Just swinging.
Upcast. Anyways,
Level 6.
and where are we? Immersion. Gone. Okay.
Deflect
So
missiles comes in real
anyways-
handy at this party.
It really does. So,
Right.
you said you have a spell for eliminating things, right?
Eliminating. You mean
No, illuminating.
illuminating? Yeah. Right. I can make things glow, of course.
What is the shocking thing?
Oh well, I can take hold of someone and they kind of like the stunning strike that the stunner that Aurea will use.
Have you ever
from time
used it on
again.
anyone before?
Once, and I felt very bad about it.
Well, see, this is the
Why?
chance to do it and not feel bad and actually know what it feels like to do.
But also,
well, you
why
know how-
did you feel bad?
Well,
Well,
yeah,
you know
also
how
why did you
wolves,
feel bad?
you know how wolves like are attracted to your food, and they think that
Oh,
you're a good target to get through to get your food. And I couldn't, and I was traveling on my own, and I couldn't let that happen. So I did have to just reach out and violently pet the pupper. But then it, while it did scare him off, it hurt him a good bit, and I didn't feel good about it afterwards.
oh,
Pupper?
I understand that.
Cal says Pupper, and Deodora immediately wants to fight.
I just put my arm out to hold Deodora back, just out of her.
Deodora with that face, just that stank face of like, disapproval.
Well, see,
Mm-mm.
it's different when you use it against someone else. You should try it against a person. It's much harder sometimes.
Right, I'm sure it is, but wouldn't I feel even worse about a
Well,
person?
no, not if you do it in a controlled environment like this, where they're expecting something to happen to them.
Right.
Or you're
okay,
trying to
okay.
protect yourself. Why
Or
would you
you're
feel
trying
bad
to
about
protect
protecting yourself?
Okay, I can shock. Oh, I do have this one bit. You know how we can talk to each other in our minds and whatnot.
Mhm.
There's another spell I know that could actually will give someone a really bad headache in the moment. Just really,
Oh, that's neat.
really. What's that?
That sounds kind of neat. Have you done it at all?
Only once to make sure it worked, and my ma didn't like it, so we didn't do that one again. But I do know it. Ma told me to keep it, just never use it on my brother again.
Maybe we should. You should probably actually practice with this against things that are also willing to practice with. It seems like you're using a lot of these spells accidentally on things not expecting it.
Well, this seems like
in-
this seems like a target-rich environment for that exact sort of experience.
Okay, all right. I see where this is going. So I'm just hearing that everyone's going to really want me to go fight something or someone tonight.
I put a hand on Cal's shoulder and say, "You are very sheltered, and that's not good for being out in the world."
And it's up to you if you fight or not. And we don't mean to pressure you, but this is a good training exercise. And as someone who does the schooling and stuff, it's good to practice before you have to use it. If that
Right.
makes sense.
Okay,
Much
then,
like
okay.
studying before an exam.
Yes.
They're
But
right.
these exams could be deadly if we don't know how we're doing things and what we're doing.
They're right.
Yes.
And you look over and you see Sam has been sipping this drink, and it looks like foam has been he looks almost like a little Among Us character. He's in a little outfit, now completely decked out, and he just has to turn his whole body to all
Oh
of
my
you as
God.
he's having this conversation.
He's like the kid from fucking A Christmas Story, just completely
Can't put my arms-
swaddled.
Like,
I can't put my arms out.
Just,
Okay, all
I
right,
mean,
so-
that's true. You might need
All right,
it.
so then. Okay, so how do I go about it then? How do I go for a level 1 fight?
I would say not here, probably.
Oh, okay. So don't fight here.
For
You
your
gotta go out
first
to the
one?
force
No.
and grind on some boars for XP.
Yeah.
We have to go hunt 10 bulls
Praising.
and bring it out.
Go hunt
That
10
too.
boars and bring it back to me.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I would say like
Fetch quests.
no. I would say, you know, like truthfully, I mean, seems like you all have been doing a lot. It's gonna kind of find you, but you could also just, again, Cal, not to make it overly complicated, you could just ask any of them to take you on one-on-one.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll give you the first hits. It's non-lethal. We can be fine.
It'll hurt, but
Oh, yeah.
All right.
it's a good
So-
teacher.
My sister practiced on me all the time, and you don't know how many times she's almost murdered me.
I think Sam was concerned more for Cal in this case.
Oh, I'm not gonna punch Cal. I'm not gonna punch Cal.
Well, I mean,
Not hard.
Sam's like, you could
no,
though.
no, it's not that. Like, you don't want to necessarily completely go easy on him, because I mean, he's got to learn. Otherwise, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose if this is, you know, real life
True.
battle and you all are taking on stuff. So,
I suppose that's true. Unfortunately, the way my programming is set up, it takes advantage of attacks on vital organs.
can't you override that though?
Blackstone has no non-lethal mode.
Neither does honestly, neither does Theodora.
The only means by which I could do that is to enter into a battle empty-handed. But if we are taking things as somewhat seriously, as I suppose they should, I don't know if that's a good idea.
You know what, Cal? How about we train? I've done this in school, and where I went to school, we beat up on each other all the time. Magic versus fist versus magic, vice versa. It might be the safest. I one of these might kill us. As I point to Theodora and Blackstone.
Right.
I won't
Okay.
kill you.
So
I'm trained in weaponry mostly. If you want to learn how to swing a sword, I can help you.
I
Okay,
would say
so-
I will take you up on that. And you see Sam kind of waving his
I'm-
large hands in
I
your
absol-
direction, Theodora.
I like finger guns. I don't like
Yeah.
you got it. We're on it.
Hmm.
I like you.
Should I-
so I fight Oria. Is that the deal?
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
Doesn't have to be now, but I mean,
we could
it
fight now.
could
if
be
you want.
now if you wanted it. But you know,
I'm kind of down on things, but actually, have you been sitting here for
are
half
you
an hour?
are you rallying, Oria? Yes, you've been sitting there for a bit. Are
I've
you
had a short
rallying?
rest. I could rally. I have all of my key points back.
Oh, do we
Sure.
short rest?
Yeah, it would have been a short rest. The length that you
Oh
all.
my
have
god,
been
I'm
sitting and
absolutely
talking.
gonna.
I
So-
guess here's a question, and I suppose this is one of the, I suppose, scarier ones that I could ask. But do you think there are any of these types of battles that I might be uniquely suited for? I do have some martial prowess and some magic prowess. It's very situational, though.
I think, truthfully, which one did you want to work on? Because you could do, like, the magic stuff, and you see that a battle has started to take place while you all are sitting in the bubble seat. You know, it's two individual, looks like they are warlocks of some sort, are battling it out in there. You know, you could certainly do that, but I would just go for what you're trying to work on. I was
Oh,
trying to work on both, so that's why I came up here.
I don't. Oh, so you're working on physical and magical things, and that's why you're in this arena?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose I could stand to work on both, although truthfully, this isn't a question to ask for practice reasons. It is because I would like to also have fun.
Well, I think
And-
you can have fun at either.
Yeah. Even if it's for practice, that doesn't mean you can't have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I lost. I got the shit beaten out of me, but I had fun.
Okay. Well, maybe I should try the arena that you came from.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then, which arena should we respectively go to? You know, seems that
Oh, the
Blackstone
one
would
that
like
Sam
to try
just...
his hand at combat, and so would Aurea against me. So.
Oh, we're gonna go in the alley. We're not gonna do that in here.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, because so what I've understood is if you want to fight hand to hand, it's hand to hand. If you want to do magic, it's magic. It's not really a mix. But you and I, we could go fight outside and just practice.
Oh, I have no clue how to fight without magic.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why we're gonna go
That's
outside.
why you need a
Right.
starting point.
We're gonna
Okay,
go
all right.
fight in a pit, just us and like just a training area outside.
Sure.
But
Hey.
Blackstone, if you wanted to work on both essentially, or even one versus the other, it just depends on what you want to do. I would just use the one that I was in. I feel like, granted, I haven't really seen too much of you fighting, but from when you took on the cart, you kind of used both similarly to me, so it might work. I don't know.
Would anyone like to be my companion?
Do we have to do magic up here to fight up here?
It's encouraged, but like it's not absolutely mandatory.
Oh. Well, I mean, I can join you if you'd like. I don't know magic, but I can fight.
Okay, cool. Would you... I have a plan.
Okay.
If I have a companion anyway. But that means there's also going to be a lot of in our head talking. I think is what you call that.
Okay. Oh, you're saying I have to respond in my head too.
You do not have to respond.
Okay.
So to explain the situation, the capabilities I have also allow me to catch the surface thoughts of others. And in a tactical situation, that means I can probably use some of the passing information about what they're thinking and before they attack to predict some of them.
Oh. That's useful. Now I see why people like magic.
Well, my particular design is meant to make more, shall we say, flexible applications of magic than a wizard might make.
Good to know. I think it's a good plan.
Oh, also, I'm somewhat suited to jumping in front of fireballs if that becomes an issue.
Okay.
He did ask me to fire dart him earlier, so I mean, it does work.
That's also because I can take elemental energy directed at me and channel it into weapons, and then use that energy on other people.
Sorry, I'm distracted by April, her cat. Right back to it. Okay, that's great. Let's go sign up then.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. So Deidre and Blackstone, you head over to, are you staying upstairs or are you heading downstairs? Which of the...
Which is the magic place?
One is upstairs.
Okay, then upstairs.
Okay. You kind of make your way over towards where that kind of cross section was. You can see that there's a desk set up where people are signing up. Not as many magic users. This one doesn't have as much of a line. There's maybe one or two people in front of you compared to when Aurea was in line where there were like 9 or 10. So a lot more people are downstairs. So the two of you get in line. Takes a couple of minutes. What are Aurea and Cal doing during this time?
I was actually
Well,
like, Cal has, if we've decided that we're gonna alley fight later and put that off, Cal is actually like asking Sam, but were you scared though? Like there was a lot of seeming danger to my eyes in there, but were you not scared of it all?
No, I mean, it's non lethal, and I learn a lot every time I do it, so it's not that scary. Plus you can't really think about it too much when you're in it.
You don't think about it.
No, but look, I guess my style of magic, like, it's a little bit unique. Like, I've been trained a little bit by, like, tutors and my family a bit, just because we use, and you see him raising up his hand. You do see that there is a scar right on his hand. Sorry, April. As well as there is a large amethyst kind of cut into a diamond that's wrapped around like his middle finger, almost like a little bit of a ring that holds it into place. It's kind of unique to like my family a bit, so you know, I've done stuff with it to the point that it's almost second nature, so I don't think about it too much. I just have to think about what I want to do next and what I want the magic to do next. What I need it to do, really.
Oh, I like innate casting then.
Hmm? Not reading in a situation like that, not reading too much into it, because then you'll just get in your own head. And then you won't move. And then you're in here, you're knocked out. In the real world, you're probably dead. So.
Right, okay. So acting without thinking too much.
It's still good to think, like, you know, like when I was in there and I had the armor on and then, you know, quickly had that pillow kind of casting to try to, like, help me with the landing, because I knew
I just thought you were thinking so fast.
No, that was a reflex of just, like, I need something to land on, and it started to manifest, and then when I was on the ground, was like, okay, well, I need to get her away from me, and that's how the magic kind of formed around her. So
And Cal turns to Oria. Is that what you do when you're raining knuckles on someone? You're not thinking, or you're thinking fast? Like I always thought you were just thinking faster.
Well, no, not really. I just kind of do what I do. I can't really even control half the things I do. You know what? I kind of pop in and out.
Oh, right.
I don't have any control of that at all.
Okay, all right, and that doesn't.
It just happens. Like I don't.
That doesn't terrify you when you're going into a fight.
So, well, did you not learn how to do any of this when you went to school?
Or I think I see the problem. I think, well, and honestly, it kind of makes sense too with what we've been kind of learning. Cal, you, respectfully, you're a bit of a control freak. So, and you kind of see he sets up a little bit. Sorry.
Oh my! This is a really good drink.
Yeah, like, I say that respectfully because you're very into books, which is good. I love books too, but you can't overthink every single thing. And letting go and letting the magic be when it wants to be does not mean that you're going to lose control completely. You're just kind of quelling the chaos, so to speak. And as he's speaking, you see the amethyst is glowing. He looks like he's almost in like a spacesuit with how this thing is formed around his body. You see the amethyst is sparking again as this purple light starts to kind of expand in front of him until it forms a globe. He's like, so like, see, this is total control. And you see him like rolling the ball between one hand to the other, letting it go, and he just throws it up and it starts to multiply into 2. Just let it be what it wants to be.
I sort of feel that you see magic and all of this more as a tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of me. I don't really know how it works. It just does. We're kind of lucky that when we're developing and going to starting our training and they learn we can do these things, we get trained and we do it a lot. And we push it to see how far it will go and if we'll come back. But you have to keep trying, or else you'll always be afraid of it. But again, it's just a part of me.
Yeah.
You have to
Oh.
let it be a part of you.
It's
Lots of folks I know were afraid of magic when I started using it, but I was trying to be responsible with it. I was trying to figure it out and make it work, you see.
Well,
I'm sorry.
don't quell your fire just because other people don't necessarily know how to handle it.
Oh, well,
I
they were,
feel-
I felt like being the only wizard that I knew, if I could even call myself that before I headed out, being the only one that could make magic out of books, well, I felt like it was my responsibility not to have things go wrong, because otherwise that'd give an even worse name to it.
It sounds like you've never been able to actually explore what you are or what you can do. You've been so preoccupied with protecting everything else and everyone else that you haven't actually been able to be a wizard.
Or who you
Oh,
are.
well, but I know the spells. That's the point of being a wizard, is knowing the spells.
You can know. I know spells.
Mm-mm.
That doesn't mean I can perform them.
Oh, all right.
Knowing the
You
So,
spells
can-
does not make you a wizard.
It's
okay
like
then.
if you read a. Jesus.
While Arya is handling this ragtag fan that apparently is trying to get an autograph after that battle.
Lucky chaos gremlin.
Little chaos gremlin.
For those who can't see, she's trying to dig through. Oh my god, you're gonna be kicked out. Dig through the blinds.
Right.
You
Um,
need to try to use your magic if you're actually going to do it. I've read the books on how to heal people, but I can't heal anybody.
But it's also like too, and I know, and he looks over to where Deidre and Blackstone, are standing at the moment. I know Deidre said it too, like, that she does stuff with swords. Well, the blade is an extension of herself. So magic really is an extension of yourself in the way that you express yourself. That goes into the spells you know, what you do. So, but it doesn't completely define who you are. It's just a part of
Okay,
it.
so know what I can do and just react. Just know what I can do and react.
And also, how do you expect to ever get better at it if you don't ever practice?
I mean, you can plan, but I think for right now, just coming up with those like reactions and just short-term thoughts are gonna be good. I mean, I strategize too, but like, you can't just all go into strategy because half the time plans go out the window anyways.
Well, and also,
I
the
don't
more
know
you
that
do
I
it,
ever-
the more likely you're going to know what to do. I just hit things. That's all I do. I just swing.
All right. I don't know that I questioned how good I was at it. I just that I learn it and then help other people learn it. That's what
Well,
I was.
If
going
you're going
on
to teach
about.
other people to use it, you should have used it and know what happens when you use it.
Did you ever take like a magical regression class or something?
Oh, magic. No, we did a survey course.
No,
but-
that's not the same at all. Magical regression, like that's one of the classes I'm taking this term. It's basically your foundation of where your magic comes from. So it's a very intensive class, don't get me wrong, from what I've read, but it's basically an exploration of who you are, how it connects to the magic that you wield, as well as, the others that may be in your family, otherwise, place of origin. It's a more in-depth take on that.
Oh no, we
That's a
didn't.
good
We didn't
question.
dive into that. I think
Well,
my course of
that's-
study was more concerned with acquisition of magic and not so much diagnosing
problematic.
our magic.
That is a good question. And she puts her hands on her shoulder. Where does your magic come from? Yours, I am assuming, looking at Sam, is gym based,
Mm-hmm. And this specifically.
and mine's from the Vale.
Mhm.
And
Well, magic is, I think, kind of everywhere, and I just learned how to focus it. I don't know.
there is that. But there are other types of magic that come from different things and different schools and different gods and planes and spirits and veils and all kinds of things. And
What's your
if you-
anchor, essentially?
Oh, that's a
What
good question.
anchors the specific magic you wield to you?
Oh, well,
This This is very philosophical as he takes a very like big swig of his drink.
We have gone full into college
Yeah.
psychology discussions in the coffee house.
I mean, I've learned how to do. I suppose I always thought it came from my mind. I learned how to do. I've been able to do magic without it, but the first time I ever actually used magic was with my staff. My dad carved it out of the tree we live under, the Siderox tree. We took some windfall from a storm, and Dad carved a bit of it out, and I just used it for hiking mostly, but Ma had some books on magic, and I found out if I used the staff, I was able to pull off some of the tricks out of her books, and from there I just kept reading.
There are a lot of wizards who do things with focuses, and different types of wood have different magical properties, and it could have been that, or the amount of energy that you've put into it yourself. You could have made it a focus without even knowing about it.
And that might be
Magic
the
is
literal,
weird.
but I don't know if that necessarily means it is the magical anchor that we're talking about. But I mean,
I suppose
I'm
I always thought of
taking-
magic as I thought of magic as a mind exercise, a mental strategy.
I mean, to some. And Ori's gonna like druid craft like a little flower.
Mhm.
And I think because we're talking about it, and you probably haven't paid that much attention, you for the first time see that the edges of her magic start to shift a little, like when she shifts, and it has a little bit of that haze from the veil as it starts to form. It doesn't come from my mind.
Yeah.
I just feel it comes from wherever our spirits are linked, and
You don't
Oh, very
understand it
kind.
before you cast it.
Mm-mm.
no, I don't know how this works, honestly. I know to some limitations what it can do. Greater things maybe one day, I don't know, but I also know that it's fun to sometimes be like, I can pluck a flower from behind your ear and here you go.
Right.
It's I feel it that I can do it, and it does. I will it into, but it's always from emotion or feeling. It's never really from a mind place or smarts kind of thing.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I mean, I suppose I never had something just feel magic and do it. I always had to think about it first. I always had to consider it. Maybe I wasn't born with the connection you were, or something like that. I know that we can.
And then
We can
Ori's
intel-
gonna
we-
grab your arms really quickly and kind of like, and that's why we're gonna fight. And that's why we're gonna try it out. Because you need to
Right.
do magic. And she's kind of like shaking you. Not really hard, because you get to learn how to do magic just instinctually. And feed
Right,
it.
okay.
And be it.
Right. Good. Yeah. We'll do it.
Yes! It'll be fun.
Yay.
Because we'll do it together. And we know we'll be doing it together to learn.
Right. We're gonna fight and we're gonna have fun with it.
Aye! Whack!
And then like Cal just like big eyes chugs the rest of his drink.
While that is happening, we'll pan back over to the group. By the group, I mean Blackstone and Deidre still online. At this point, we'll take it back a few minutes. What are kind of the thoughts entering your head as you're kind of standing in line? You're at this point, like, still one or two people ahead of you. Still going to be a couple minutes before you're in line. Are you nervous, Blackstone? What are some thoughts entering your head?
Well, I think Blackstone would be nervous-ish, but I think the big part of being nervous is over. There was a battle between do I join my friends and kind of embrace the moment fully and have fun, or do I try to stay in the shadows and not be noticed and not draw attention to myself? And now they're in line with Deidre to go fuck some shit up. So that's it. There's just now the thinking about people and pathways and communicating information and the body's breaking points and all of that stuff, and whether or not you can use weapons like actually in the magic section, because it looks like some people could, but the weapons were also made out of magic. He doesn't have magic weapons. He has daggers.
Yeah. Theodora's similarly thinking about if she can use weapons or not. No.
And then also looking at kind of noticing some stuff with Theodora. Actually, can like legit question. Actually, can I use a knife?
No, because even with downstairs, they were using non-lethal, so it was still punching. So that's why the vast majority of folks, like even the fire genasi you saw earlier, wasn't fighting with like a knife or a blade. They were using one of those like rods instead. So no, you basically are using your magical abilities that you have, as well as your fists, if that's what you got. If you have something else, you can certainly use it that is not a dagger that's going to draw blood in that instance, because this is non-lethal.
I do have a hammer and I do have a crowbar.
Hammer would work. Hammer would work.
I have a
Crowbar!
maul.
Go
What about the
crowbar!
maul? Is the maul too lethal?
You would know I have my quarterstaff too that you could use.
Mm.
There you
Okay,
go.
I'll use Oreo's quarterstaff.
Okay.
Pretty sure
Is it
it's a
just a
boy
regular?
like
It's just a regular quarterstaff.
Yeah, just a normal quarterstaff.
because I imagine that at some point we probably would have asked Sam, like, "Hey, can we use these things?" Now that I
Yeah.
think about it, because I need to walk in there.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
'cause
Ori, I'm gonna
we
borrow this.
also-
Well, don't break it.
Don't
Yeah.
break it,
No,
though.
this would have 100% happened because we also had this conversation with Sam when we went before the fight downstairs. So
Mhm.
we would have switched out weapons. I'm holding your giant sword, like.
Yeah.
After a few moments, the two of you do get to the front of the line. You see a half-orc man kind of sitting at the table, looking way more enthused than how you were met downstairs, Theodora. Especially just with the magic, just having to pay a little bit closer attention. All right, so the two of you are signing up.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Again, no lethal damage here. You can use if you have like a hammer or, you know, some extension of yourself in that sense. You can certainly use it.
I do happen to have one of those.
Perfect. Nothing pointy. So, should be good otherwise. Otherwise have fun.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
You'll be up after this next fight, so probably in the next 5 minutes, really.
Okay. Then we will stand aside.
I like how this guy is more enthused because he's not just watching a bunch of meatheads fight each other. It's actually like a dynamic encounter with magic. and
No,
shit.
it's not necessarily that. I would think too, as you're walking away, your tension's now pulling back to the ring, and you do notice that there is, specifically for this fight, there are two warlocks that are still battling it out. One is a halfling, and the other is a appears to be some kind of water and air genasi. You're not exactly sure of the exact ancestry. But the halfling is, Blackstone, you would pick up on it specifically. It seems to be kind of going on that gray line of being admirable in a fight. Some of the hits that are coming in from their staff seem to have a little bit more with them, for lack of a better term. So you do see that like several individuals that are walking around the ring are taking special note of it because they have to. So that would be something you would pick up on.
Sorry, I hate our Zoom chat right now.
I
Interesting.
hate it here. I quit.
Interesting, Theodora. It seems that the fighting here is a very interesting sort of thing, kind of like our carnival experience, which means we might have to watch out for outliers or people who use excessive force.
You mean excessive magical force?
If one could call it that, I suppose. Also, I will probably be communicating information to you in short bursts like this, based on the information that I find out about our opponent, so that you can position yourself accordingly.
That works for me. This would be useful in battle. Maybe I
Well,
should learn magic.
It is my hope to be useful in battle because, well, at some point I should talk to you about how our lifespans work.
Oh. Okay, I could talk to you about my lifespan too.
Well, I suppose we do have a few minutes before things start. So, the sum up is, generally speaking, my lifespan is driven by finding, I suppose, what someone might call purpose or meaning. But basically, as long as I continue to find things to do and ways to be engaged with the world around me, my lifespan is an indefinite one. As, for example, I do not age. However, if I become less attached to the world or find myself purposeless within it, my life energy dwindles accordingly.
So, like any living creature. Minus the indefinite lifespan.
So, do you age faster if you don't have things that connect you to the world?
I don't think you necessarily age faster, but you do. When you lose a connection, any connection to the world, it becomes harder to want to be in it. You become despondent.
This concept seems new. I'm not sure I've seen it before.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that most living creatures want and need a purpose. It's what gives life meaning.
This is good, I think. That's important. It's nice to know that that is a thing that I share in common with other living things.
Yeah. I think it's important to find something that makes you want to live another day. Even
Or
if it's
just-
something small.
Or several. Hopefully several. But I
Hopefully
suppose
several.
even one could be an important one.
Yes.
There's like behind this, like, because this is telepathy, you don't just get like words on a screen. There are also like feelings. And so like behind all of these questions, there are also like an amusement and a sense of wonder. Like you get the like distinct feeling of being like, you understand that Blackstone is seeing the world as this very big thing, and you can feel like the arena around you be like just becoming a little bit smaller.
I understand the way that you live, because I live that too. I like exploring. That's what gives me purpose. And then you meet people and they give you more purpose. I won't live as long as you will, but I think that when my life is over, I will be able to move on knowing that I had a life that I thought was worth living. And that's really all that matters.
It's so interesting that we're so similar. You do not have, how do I say this, I suppose? It's not like you're following programs. You just have purpose that you look for and a life that you choose to live. Remarkable. Even more remarkable that with all of that, you choose to put yourself in situations and explore the world, even though it could be dangerous.
Well, it's like I told Cal, if you just spend all your time worried about danger, you won't actually live a life. You have to take a step and take a chance and hope for the best. Or you can stay sheltered and potentially live life with regret of what you could have done.
Well then, I suppose, if today is any indicator, here's to being less afraid of things.
Agreed. I still have that that drink. I take a sip.
It tastes fantastic.
Yeah.
As the battle in front of you ends, they call Blackstone. Unless, Blackstone, did you put another name down?
I think in keeping a theme, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
They call Blackstone, and the winner from downstairs, Deidre, to the field. That is where we're going to take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, y'all, so hang on tight. I'm excited. There's some really good stuff happening. And we'll see Blackstone and Deidre take on their opponents. See you in a little bit. Once I get the video up, I struggle every week. See y'all.
Easy to.
I'm bored.
We can go scream at the cat for another hour.
Nah, I'm tired of screaming at the cat.
Shut up with that! Be bored no more with 1985 games. Enjoy their vast variety of products and help bring your tabletop to a whole new level. With easy-to-use dungeon sticky notes. The deck of stories holds prompts and adventure hooks for any setting, and thousands of cutout game pieces with their dungeon craft.
You've come all this way for nothing, fool! The princess is mine! You'll never get away with this, Balakor!
Write everything down in your Hero Notes journal and start your adventure today! Visit the World Wide Web address 1985games.com and find many helpful products such as their Dungeon Craft series, battle maps, deck of stories, miniatures, dungeon notes, and now VHS dice. Again, that's 1985games.com.
Good one. It was a good one, right? Like,
welcome back,
had some
everybody.
range.
No.
No. Welcome back,
Subpar
everybody.
missile.
Ow.
To our
G4? Nah. That's all the damage it does? Sorry.
All of our
Wow.
stuff. We are going to be diving right on in, as the group has been getting very philosophical, and I love it. But we're about to see Blackstone and Deidre take on a battle. So we'll see. Clarifying question, because I realize we did not specify. Were the two of you fighting together, or were you fighting against each other?
Oh,
Who, me
I
and
assumed we were
Deidre?
fighting
Together.
together.
There, both options were on the table, so that's why I was double checking.
Yeah, I thought I understood we were fighting together.
Okay. All right.
Same.
Just making sure, that's all. All right. So, the two of you are ushered onto the field as the two warlocks are slowly making their way off of it, looking a bit rugged.
Completely out of their 2 spell slots.
Maybe. As the two of you step forward, you see that there is appears to be, I'm not sure exactly if they are their exact heritage. They're very pale in their demeanor. They've got hair that is kind of constantly swaying in the wind, even though there's not exactly a wind happening at this moment. Their skin itself is very translucent. They're wearing lots of greens and blacks, and currently holding a quarterstaff as they're kind of standing there. Sheepishly, like the quarterstaff is in front of them and they're kind of like hiding behind it almost, looking a bit nervous, as well as you see a dwarf who's kind of standing forward with appears to be a small rod that he's holding in his hand, and just kind of redding himself. He's got a red beard that seems to get more vibrant at the very tips end of it. He looks to be about in his like 40s, early 50s maybe, as the two of you square off, and let's roll initiative. Let's get some music. We've already heard this song. Let's get something else on. Okay. All right. Blackstone, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Okay. Deidre, what did you get?
13.
Okay. Okay. Writing down the initiative so I do not forget. Alright, I wrote the initiatives in chat too, so that way we can keep track. So, up first is the kind of fey-looking, nervous creature that she is. She steps forward. She is going to raise her quarterstaff towards Deidre and try to see if she can hit you, as these kind of orange trails of magic start to kind of fly in your direction. So that is going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits exactly.
Okay. All right. That's going to be... I need you to make a dexterity savings throw, please.
Oh, it's my I have proficiency.
It's your favorite.
It's my favorite. That's an 11.
Okay. All right. You see these orange kind of sparks land on the ground around you and immediately start to erupt into almost looks like sunflowers that start to kind of go around you. The petals are actually grabbing you and pulling you into this uncomfortable hug as you actually feel bits of thorns starting to stick into your sides. You take 12 points of damage and you are now grappled.
Okay.
Deidre, though, it is your move.
Okay, so I'm grappled, but I'm not restrained, right?
Correct.
How close is she to me?
She is not far. She's about 6 or 7 feet away from you.
Okay, great. Bonus action, I am gonna shift to get some temp HP.
Okay.
And +1 to my armor class. I rolled my temp HP before because it would take me a while to figure out where shit is, so I just did it. So I have 14 temporary hit points. Well, I had 14 or have 14 temporary hit points, and my armor class is now 18.
Okay.
Can I swing at her with this quarterstaff?
You will. It's just going to be...
Do I need to move?
You're going to have to get out of the grapple, but yeah, you can certainly try to...
Okay. Is that just the athletics check?
Mm-hmm.
Athletics check?
Yes.
Okay. 16?
16, you just are able to kind of pull yourself out, swatting at the sunflower that is holding you in place. You're able to...
I crush it under my shifted foot.
All right.
Oh, I imagine... Can I flavor this? I imagine, like, as I'm shifting, the vines or whatever that's, like, holding me in place, like, just break apart.
Yeah.
Because my body, like, grows a little bit. Would you say... is me trying to get out of that my action?
I'll say that for this instance, it'll be a bonus action. I will allow that.
I can't use that as a bonus action because my shifting is bonus action.
Okay, then never mind. Then yes, that would be in action.
Okay, then that's my turn.
Okay.
Actually,
I was gonna say, wait, you should have another
surge.
one. Yeah, I was gonna say,
wait. But I have 2 attacks per action, so if I didn't attack the first time,
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Valid.
But I'll action surge and then I will attack her.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see. That's 26 to hit.
Oh, that hits. Yeah.
And that's another 26 to hit.
Yep, both hit.
So I'm holding this quarterstaff. I'm going to use it two-handed, so that's 2d8 plus 8. 5 plus. That's 13 damage.
Okay. Alright. You kind of see she raises up her quarterstaff to try to block your attack, and you're able to just kind of psych her out and underhand hitting her in the stomach as air kind of escapes from her, taking a nasty hit from you.
Yeah. And actually, do you mind if I add a superiority die to...
Go for it.
To both of those for a trip attack, so...
Go for it.
Let's have... Well, I'll do one first, and, like, if she needs to do I think, con saving throw or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Here we go. Strength saving throw, actually. DC 15.
Okay. She rolled a nat 20.
Okay. I'll use another superior die on the second attack. So, in total, that's another 8 damage, though.
Okay. Alright.
And then another strength saving throw.
Alright. Strength, that is a 14.
She fails. She's knocked prone.
Dang. As she gets knocked prone, she is going to use a... Let's see. It's a reaction, right? It is a reaction. Sorry, spellcasting, y'all. A little difficult. I need you to make another dexterity savings throw, Deidre, as she's going to hellish rebuke you.
That's a 12.
Okay. That is a failure.
Okay.
And you're going to take... 19 points of fire damage as she just kind of points out towards you, and you see this again orange flame starting to lick up the sides of your You're not wearing your armor. Outwardly still, you're wearing your kind of peasant-y outfit for hanging out. Starts licking up the side, scorching up portions of it. That's it for her.
Fire scorches up, but she notices it doesn't really hurt me all that much.
Mm-hmm. That's it for her reaction. Anything else you want to do, Theodora?
I'm good.
All right, Blackstone, you're up.
We're going to take, hold on. Let me see what kind of thing this is. Okay. I am going to use detect thoughts.
Okay.
And just like to skim the surface level thoughts of the people that we're fighting.
Okay. What are you trying to glean specifically?
Basically, because their thoughts are probably in the moment of the fight that they're in, just things like, this is the thing that I'm going to do.
Got it. Okay. I will message that to you.
Okay. And then I'm going to turn myself toward, I'm going to try to space things out in a way that I am within 10 feet of Theodora, and orient myself toward the person who hasn't moved yet.
Sure.
Who hasn't made a move. And that, I think, let me see, I think spells are actions, and I don't have, hold on. I don't know if that would be helpful here, so yeah, we're just gonna chill.
Okay, I'm messaging you. Hang on.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. And let me know if that changes anything in terms of what Blackstone would do on his turn.
The only thing that it's going to be is, Theodore gets a message. Hey, Theodora, whenever, kind of your pairing decides to move, they're going to try to grapple you with vines. Careful.
Again?
As that message passes through, the dwarf, Thompson, quickly darts to the side, kind of squaring up Blackstone. As you see, he taps his boot, and you see him starting to levitate up a bit. As he's rising, he actually pushes forward, so his levitation is pushing him forward into hit Blackstone. He is going to try to hit you with the rod. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Okay, so right at the point that he gets ready to smack down the rod, there is a bright flash of light at the point of impact, an inch away from my head.
Yeah. Love it. He will try once again, frustrated that he was unable to hit you. So this time he's, and I rolled a nat 20. So he is gonna quickly spin the rod to the side and try to swipe at you, coming in from the left side with it.
Okay.
That is going to be...
I'm pretty sure that that is something that you can only use a reaction. Okay. Had to check a thing.
Valid. That is going to be, sorry, off brain quit for a second. 28 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
28 points of bludgeoning damage? Okay.
As he hits you with that. And I need you to make a wisdom savings throw.
I'm gonna have to spend inspiration on that so I can re-roll that because that was not good.
Oof. Fair. Did you just remember you had inspiration?
Yes.
That's
why I'm the perfect person to give it to.
Yep.
Nope, that was somehow worse. So I think I failed that wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what'd you roll?
An 8.
Okay. All right. You feel as this thing, the rod kind of clocks you. Are you wearing your mask? Question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You feel the mask starts to lift, but it still stays on. It's almost like it was being knocked off. As that happens, though, you can feel your muscles starting to lock up. Wait a second. What are you doing here? Why are you fighting this person?
Illegal!
But wait.
Like they call the courts into play?
Yeah.
The person near you.
Hello, 911.
That you know is Deidre. Deidre's acting strange. Why is she attacking this other person? That's all you get for now. The desire to attack this dwarf has kind of gone away for the moment.
So here's what I do
Sure.
with that information. I take this moment to pass that information exactly as it's phrased to this. There is when the message is sent to you, it is sent, but like the language of it feels. This is clearly Blackstone's presence in my mind, but the wording doesn't feel like Blackstone.
What? This is Theodore. What?
You quickly see. I'm assuming you say that out loud, Deidre, correct?
Yeah.
You quickly see the changeling that's in front of you. Her eyes dart towards the dwarf for a second, and she just kind of nods her head, like giving some kind of warning. But that's all you're able to do, and that's it for his turn. Next up is the changeling, unless there's anything else happening. No. Okay. The changeling is going to, again, sparks of orange start to build up. Go ahead and make another dex save.
Now, question, because I was given forewarning, do I get advantage on this dex
You do get
save?
advantage on this, yes.
Doesn't matter.
What'd you roll?
That's a 7.
Oh. Okay. This time the sparks hit the ground and it looks like large kind of petals swarm up around Deidre, turning into almost a cocoon to wrap around Deidre, pinning her in place. She is then going to take her quarterstaff, and you hear her say, "I'm so sorry," and she's gonna slack you across the face with it. Doubt that hits with a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. That is it for her. It is your move, and then Blackstone, you're on deck.
You're not sorry, but you will be. And then I'm gonna blink out of my restraints behind her.
Ooh!
And attack.
Do it!
That's another 26 to hit.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And that's a nat 1, but I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Go for it.
There we go.
There you go.
It's cocked. To 23 to hit?
That hits.
Great.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. Hold on. She never stood up from being prone.
No, she didn't.
So then I don't need to use my advantage on that, or my inspiration on that, because I had advantage. And actually, I'm just going to re-roll the first one, just to see if I'm
There you go.
I don't, but it's fine.
Yeah, I forgot to have her stand up, so she was just kind of on the ground hitting you, hoping you'll not be able to move so she could use that time to get up.
My mistake.
Sorry, math. 16 damage to her.
As she takes that damage, gonna need another dex save as she's gonna hellish rebuke you again.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Still gonna take the fall.
Okay.
That's gonna be another 18 points of fire damage.
Wow, okay.
As again starts licking.
Theodora looks hurt.
Oh, no.
But
I mean,
as
so does Blackstone for that matter.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to bonus action second wind.
Do it. You can see too the changeling is not looking great either. She is looking bloodied.
God, I rolled like shit on my second wind. Are you fucking kidding me? I should have just rolled with my fucking regular die. D&D Beyond Y, it gave me a 1 on the D10.
So
That's
rude.
fine.
All right. Anything else you wish to do, Deidre?
No, I took my 2 attacks. I'm good.
Okay. Blackstone, you are up. You are currently viewing the dwarf that's in front of you as friendly.
okay. So the dwarf in front of me is friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Is
You
that
will
all?
be able to make a save at the end of your turn.
But so the dwarf is friendly. That's just the dwarf here. Okay. I would like to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And run toward where Deidora and her friend on the ground are.
Okay. Go for it. He lets you go. He does not swing. He just lets you go.
Come in and get that sneak attack, baby.
Part of that is also like, this is what we use disengage for, so I don't have to take attacks of opportunity when I run away from stuff. But also, hold on. Actually, is that a charm effect? I need to go and read that.
It is a charm effect.
Oh, do you get advantage?
No. No. That would be neat, but no. Yeah, it's like there are things that I am immune to as far as magical sleep goes, but not charm. So I'm gonna wander over to Deidora and her friend there, and we're gonna make an attack on that person. So
You do get advantage because they're prone.
Yep.
yay for advantage,
Advantage.
which I clearly needed. Right. So that is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. But yay, because we have advantage on things, that means we get to do extra stuff. So, D4 plus another 3d6. Like, oh my god, Brain, I know you can do it. That is 16 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Takes the hit. What are you aiming for? Describe the hit. Describe the hit. Like, what does it look like? Are you going for her stomach? Are you trying to hit her in the face?
I'm absolutely not trying to hit her in the face. They said we're not trying to kill anyone.
True. True.
Oh yeah, you have a hammer. Beat to the white meat. You just beat her to the white meat shows, and it's like, oops.
Like, I guess, like, looking at it, the attack looks like a golf swing to whatever her midsection would be. Oof. But, like, not near, but as, like, trying to do things like avoid ribs, because goodness knows.
Okay.
And then I think that those are all of those things. I also kind of look at Deidora and go, well, actually, first thing, wait, I don't know if I need to roll for that. Never mind. if we have surface level thoughts from like person floating in the sky with the boots and the really big stick,
Yeah.
please let me know. But also, Theodora, our opponent over there, and I gesture toward the person in the sky.
You
That
still see him
person.
as a friend, by the way. You still see him as a friend. You don't see him necessarily as an opponent.
Okay, so that person, Theodora, that person there, has the staff that they are holding seems to do a considerable amount of damage. I do not know if that's part of its make or construction or any of those things, but I would advise you it is dangerous. Even if they might not be. I'm not certain of that, but here we are.
What? That's our.
Yeah. Anything else?
Like
you
she
wanna
got it up until like they might not be dangerous. Like,
say? Yeah.
what's wrong with you?
What's that wisdom save?
Well, also, yeah, wisdom save.
That wisdom save is still an 8.
Nope.
Oh no.
Nope. All right. The dwarf is going to push forward again. This time is now aiming to try to come around towards the back of where you are, Theodora, and he's going to swing at you with the stick.
Okay.
For a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that, Jordan.
I know you did.
You didn't mumble. You didn't mumble low enough.
I wasn't trying to be.
I'm probably down.
Cast fairy fire.
That's gonna be 29 points of damage.
Oh yeah, I'm so down. I only have 14 hit points left.
Oh no!
And I wasn't at full health from the last fight.
Oh no! Oh no! As Theodora falls unconscious, we'll flavor it this way: do you look into the crowd as you fall unconscious at Aurea, or do you just?
I don't know if I like purposely look into the crowd, but like I feel like, as I'm falling, maybe like the way that I'm falling kind of like has my eyes pointing that way.
Mm-hmm.
I try to tap in, I try to tap out, and tap Doria in.
I can fly. I don't need stairs. I can get there in 10 seconds.
Oh my god. Alright. Let's see, what's he gonna do? He still has another attack. Alright, he's going to hit you. You will snap out of the charm effect at this point. Because he is now attacking you, so you will no longer view him as friend. So he is going to attack you, Blackstone, with... That doesn't hit. That's a 2. So he comes swinging at you, and you just get this moment of clarity as you see Theodora hitting the ground.
I would like to try to catch her.
Yeah, go for it. Not y'all demanding court. Stop it.
Actually, yeah. Does she fall off the catwalk? Because I would also try to catch her as she falls.
No, because they're in a
I think
barrier.
there's like, yeah,
A
there's like
protective
magic
bubble.
to prevent
Yeah.
people from falling.
But yes, you can catch her.
I'm gonna
Let me fall on this fairy and just crush
Char-
her. This change
Char-
just crush her.
character question to Theodora. Did you bring a potion or anything like that in here?
I don't think I ever had a potion of healing, or if I did, I used it. I think I used it.
We used
Okay.
most of
Fighting
them
the
in that
dragon.
the dragon. I think
Yeah.
I think you're the only one with them now after that dragon fight.
You should have 2, Fair.
Well, because I took
had 2?
Fair's off of Fair and threw one at Fair.
Then she would have 1 left then. Sorry,
Okay.
she would have 1 left.
Oh, then I guess I have a potion.
What will you do, Blackstone?
Wait, what do you mean? Like someone just swung at me. It's not my turn right now.
That's the end
Yeah.
of his turn, yeah. You're...
It's not Blackstone's turn.
Oh,
is what
sorry.
we're saying.
Sorry, I got confused. The changeling
Is like, I don't know if Sunflower Girl is still up or not. As far as I know, she is.
She's getting up. That's why I was confused for a second. Sorry about that.
Okay.
She is going to use her, but it takes a full movement for her to get up. Let's see what she can.
Do you have it as full movement?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of what she would do in this moment. She is going to... Yeah. Kind of, as she gets up, plants her quarterstaff on the ground, and you see this yellow light. She is able to heal herself up a little bit. Not much. It's a basic cure. So let me roll to see how many points she gets back. Yeah, 10 hit points back. But that's all she can do. Now it's your turn, Blackstone. Sorry about that.
Okay, no worries. I'm going to... I think trying to give Deidre a potion would be an action.
That is... Yes. It's a bonus action to feed it to yourself. It's an action to feed it to another person.
Okay, I am going to take that action to give Deidre the contents of this potion that she has on her.
Okay. That's 4d4 plus 4.
I'll let Deidre roll that one.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do, Blackstone?
I guess get notes about the nonsense that we're going to have incoming.
Sure.
From old dude in the sky. Because, well, like, here's the thing. I think, like, that action also, like, precludes attack, so, like, I can't do that. Let me see what bonus actions I have.
So many things happening.
There isn't. I don't think, like, there is an area to hide in over here.
No, it's just open space.
Yep, so,
You take
like,
the dodge. You can take the dodge as a bonus action. And then you take disadvantage.
Can you do dodge as a bonus action? Because if you...
Yeah, if you're a rogue.
If you're a rogue, yes, you can.
Okay, then that is what I will do. Bonus action, dodge.
All right. Like to see you're like, okay, you're up to Eudora. Dodge! Like, quickly.
Just somersaults out of the way.
Yeah. All right.
Not me being Piccolo from DBZ Abridged.
Fucking yes. Okay. All right. Thompson is going to move forward. And he is going to... Let's see. He's going to go for you, Blackstone, because you are right now the biggest threat in his eyes. Theodora is a threat, but she just got up. So he's going to go for you.
Okay.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Did we roll that twice?
What?
Did
Taking
we roll
the
that
dodge
twice?
action, you get disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. Good thing you did, because I rolled a 2 on the second one. So he swings widely, and you're able to just kind of duck out of the way. He is going to try again, though. So I will roll with disadvantage. And rolled a 20, and then rolled a 1. So...
The highs and the lows. My God. Okay.
You actually see as his rod kind of smacks on the ground where you were just standing a second ago.
Can I
to
do a thing?
Sure.
Can I try to intercept the attack of his rod with my hammer?
Yes.
Okay. If I do, what are the chances? And I just want you to tell me, like,
Sure.
if it's not a thing, then it's not a thing, and that's fine.
Sure.
Because it's a 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want the drama. Is there, like, what are the chances that I could intercept that attack and break that rod in half?
Oh, I was going to have it splinter on the ground, so it hitting your hammer and splintering is exactly what would be perfect. So you see the top half of the rod kind of, as it's hitting your hammer, you're just able to as it breaks off. You see splinters of wood flying everywhere. He kind of throws the rod down on the ground and kind of readies himself as best as he can for the next onslaught of fighting. That is it for him. Deidre, you're back up.
Theodora, I believe we may have disabled a particularly dangerous weapon from the enemy, and thank goodness not a moment too soon. Please be careful.
Okay, but it's not my turn though.
God, I keep forgetting she's at the top. Sorry, in my mind she's already down. Like in my mind she's down and out.
Well,
and
I mean, she could be down.
Listen, if she's she's over here and it's like, you know what? If she just went
turn twice, she's gone now.
Yeah, she's gone.
She would have been, but you had her heal herself, girl.
I know. I'm sorry.
What's the truth?
We're calling in the court right
I'm
now.
sorry. Okay. There's too much happening. Okay. God damn.
Sam is thoroughly entertained.
Oh yeah, Sam is like completely enjoying this.
This changeling shows up and we're like, oh, you're still here?
Yeah, kind of.
I died and you're still here.
She is going to move forward and try to hit you, Deidre, but with a 4 on the first one and a 17 on the second. I don't think either of those hit.
17 does hit because I went down and so I came out of shifting.
Got
However, was that her rolling with advantage, or was just the 2 attacks?
Just the 2 attacks.
Okay, because I'm prone. I hate to tell the fellow, but
no. Well, I was picturing you were kind of like
Blackstone
was helping you up
okay.
at that point.
Okay. Well, on that second attack, then can I use my inspiration to give her disadvantage?
Sure. Still hits because I rolled a nat 20. So
throw that die out.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, fine.
So the 17 is what will stand.
Yep.
That's going to be 9 points of damage.
Still standing.
Oh, let's go.
But barely.
She's not looking great either. You can tell. Not looking really great either, as it is your turn. Finally, Deidre.
Okay. I'm just gonna swing at her with this fucking quarterstaff.
Do it.
24 to hit.
That hits.
I missed, sorry, I missed on the second attack. I was trying to see if it's worth doing a superiority die. I don't think it is. I don't know where her armor class is, so it'd be a gamble. I'll take the gamble. Why not? That's a 3. Let's see. No, it's just an 11.
Okay.
Okay, and I doubt that hits. So, okay, let's roll quarterstaff. 10 damage. So I take away her healing.
Yeah. Healing's gone. She's looking very rough.
Oh, damn it. I should have Great Weapon Mastered on that. That's okay.
Okay.
Because I don't, unless you would let me retroactively do it, but...
Not at this point, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
Alright.
I'm done.
Triple checking before I say who is next. Blackstone is next.
Bless. Okay, this person is still flying, yes?
Yep, they're levitating, yes.
Okay.
So they are moving slightly slower, but...
Moving slightly slower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then... Oof, it has to be a melee attack, and they're probably... How far up in the air are they?
They're not. They're pretty level with you. Keep in mind, it's a dwarf, so they're probably floating, but at, like, you can look directly across, and they're right at eye level.
Okay, this is probably going to be, like, unnecessarily dangerous. First thing, right? What kind of surface level thoughts do they have about what they're going to do now that their staff broke?
That they are going to, essentially... use the ability to move behind you, some kind of spell, to go behind you and then try to use any type of sneak attack damage that they can.
Okay. Then in that case, I guess would I be able to use sneak attack on this?
Yes, they attacked
Okay.
me in their last round, so they're
Then
within 5 feet of me.
So I'm gonna pull up on them and we're gonna make ourselves a little attack roll.
Do it.
Oops. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
Don't ask me nothing.
Okay.
Right. So that probably misses because that is a 7.
7 does miss.
Where are you positioned? You're positioned in front of them?
At this point, yeah, because he's looking right at you. So.
Like I don't
I
think
guess I'm
I'd
trying
be
to
able
just get like a lay of like, because they attacked me, so like where am I in relation to all
So
this?
he attached you, you went down, and he moved away while you were downed. He moved to the the left because Blackstone at that point got you up as you were coming to conscience. That's when Thompson moved. So they're not far. They're like a couple feet away from you, truthfully, within 4 to 5 feet. They're not far.
I guess I was trying to see if like there was flanking involved. It doesn't sound like it.
No.
I don't have a layout. Okay.
Ooh. But yeah. Okay. So that's an action. I guess bonus action dodge.
Okay. Dodge. Next up is
Do you,
Thompson.
you don't have it. Never mind.
Oh, good. Thompson's gonna try to hit again. This time with disadvantage because you're dodging.
Phew, 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 phew.
With the disadvantage, it's a 16 on the first.
Okay. A 16 on the first is... Nah, we're just gonna get a shield. I'll just have 20 AC for the time being.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please do.
I was like, please
shield.
shield or do something to that effect. Okay. He will try again. And with disadvantage, that does not hit either with an 11. You just see him punching and just hitting
there are
that
just
shield.
where probably at the impact it looks like a DBZ fight. There are just sparks flying from the points of impact on that.
All right, that's it for Thompson. The changeling, who is barely hanging on, is going to try to attack Deidre. With the quarterstaff, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
I'm down. Oh wait, I have 2 more points of inspiration that you gave me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one to make a reroll.
Go for it. Good. I rolled a 3, so good.
Yes, bitch. This is what you use inspiration for.
All right. She swings, misses. The second one, she's going to try again. You can see the exhaustion is just
one more point of inspiration
pouring off of her. She is so tired.
Oh wait, she missed. Riposte.
Do it, do it,
Riposte,
do it.
bitch. Riposte, bitch.
We know how to
Delirious,
fight.
delirious. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. 10 damage.
Sing us that swan song, Fair. She had 2 hit points left. That's why I was like, come on.
Use one-handed. I go for almost like a golf swing like Blackstone did earlier, but uppercut her with this fucking quarterstaff.
As she crumbles to the ground. Well done. All right. Deidre, it's your move.
I guess I'm gonna attack this fucking dwarf guy.
Go for it.
I'm gonna get in a position so I can flank him and get advantage.
You can easily do that. Go for it.
Wow, the way I threw that dice, it almost went across the room.
You're like, get out of here.
Okay, that's 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That's 11 damage.
Okay. He is looking bloody.
And that is the end of my turn.
All right, Blackstone, you are up.
Okay, we're gonna try this whole thing again because I'm pretty sure he's there. Oh
You
wait,
get advantage now.
advantage, yeah.
Yeah, you get advantage. Love
And, the advantage didn't help.
Oh no.
So
You
what
get
I
rid of that dice.
well, I mean, I don't know both of them at this point, I guess,
know, they're
but
bad.
what we got ourselves was a 7.
Oh my god. Throw those dice out.
Yeah, this is really bad. Okay. Misses. He's able to just kind of parry it away real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you wish to do, Blackstone?
Just me skimming thoughts the whole time.
Okay.
Like it's going to be attacking people and skimming thoughts.
You see he is very much bouncing between, does he go for Deidre or is he going for you? And in a split decision, he is, actually, let me roll for it. All right,
Wait,
he's gonna stay
you
with
have a
you,
light-
Blackstone.
You have a light hammer?
I do.
Do you have another? Is that the only weapon you have with you?
It's the only weapon I'm allowed to use in here.
Well, here's the thing. It's a light hammer, has a light property. You have 2 weapon fighting. You can bonus action
Yeah,
attack
you can bonus attack.
again without putting your modifier on it.
Oh, that is good to know.
Do you want to do that quickly?
No, I think the bonus action dodge might be more useful
Got
as a
it.
bonus action than trying to take that extra swing.
Okay. He is gonna go for you again.
Mm-hmm.
Misses with a 16, and the second one is a 23.
Okay. I mean, that's a 23. Like, there's nothing we can do about that. So.
Okay. You will take 13 damage as he slams the side of your face.
May I use a reaction?
Sure.
Uncanny dodge.
Yes!
Nice.
So that is going to be 6 damage instead of 13. Thank goodness.
Thank God for that. Yeah. All right. That's it for Thompson. Deidre, you were up.
All right. Kill
Come
the
on.
sucker. I mean, but non-lethally kill him. 17 to hit.
17 just hits.
And then 24 to hit.
Both hit.
Ooh. 17 damage.
Okay. He is clinging to life or consciousness in this moment. But he is still up.
Tis the end of my turn.
All right. Blackstone, you are up.
You're muted. In the Zoom.
Said so. Right, we're gonna do attacks then.
Yes.
Yeah. With advantage.
Ew. Double ew.
Oh my god.
So we're just going to take like both of those miss, but we're gonna take that bonus action, and it's just gonna be like, hey, if it works, it works. So,
Can I roll for you?
1 roll and 2 rolls. Ooh. Okay, so this one was a. Oh wait, that was advantage. So that's a 19 to hit on this one.
That hits.
Yes.
Okay, that I am blending with and the reason why I had to roll the attack to do this.
Yeah.
It's a booming blade.
Ooh.
Oh.
Love that.
So there is. Okay, hold on. I think it's the whatever the damage is, and then whatever happens if it moves. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is a D4 and a D8. Oop. Okay, that is two bludgeoning damage and 8, and then you hear like a clap of thunder with the other 8 damage.
Sing us that swan song, Blackstone.
Like, I think that's what happens. Like, the swan song is literally like, I clap down, like, basically, like, are they wearing armor? Let me ask that question. No.
Not outwardly.
Basically, I like wherever center mass is, like, you would hear that, and then you would hear like this loud clap of thunder, because it wasn't just like, oh, I just rolled thunder damage. I rolled like 8 out of 8.
As you then see this thunder clap as he just kind of flies slow motion, still somewhat levitating, before he slams into the ground.
Like, I think it's the kind of thunderclap that blows Deodora's hair back just a bit.
Oh, yeah, I look like I have a Beyonce fan for a second.
There you go.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, in that exchange, although we didn't say it, Deodora's like, all right, Blackstone, this is it. You got to do it. So part of it is just to be like, oh, shit, he did it. You know, like that.
Yeah. You see Deodora, like, just, like, out of breath because she's been, like, knocked out and, like, just got back up and just had to keep fighting. And, like, this is, I think, like, in this instance, like, this is, you see what she looks like when she is in battle, just, like, almost unrelentless, like, getting up and just, like, just getting right back into it, not taking a break. But now she's like, can we go back to drinking?
And with that, the crowd around you erupts into cheers as Blackstone and Deodora are claimed winners. Deodora is claimed winner of both the lower level and the upper level as well. With that, we are out of initiative. As the rest of you are able to reconvene with Deodora and Blackstone.
I, like, check to see if the other 2 people are okay.
There, you immediately see clerics and druids are descending. They're up within a few moments. They're winded, but they're not in any danger.
And I try to, like, pick up all, like, the...
Can I get a hit of that?
I also, like...
Sure.
I also, like, try to pick up, like, the wood splinters from the staff that broke and try to use mending to put it together. I know it won't make it magical, but I do try to fix it.
Sure.
That's really sweet.
You do, I'll say each of you get... I'm gonna reroll that because I didn't like that.
Oh, fuck. You get 1 hit point.
And literally, that's what I rolled. I rolled a 1. So I was like, let me just redo that. You each get 11 points of hit points back of healing. With the 1.
Sitting at a cool 15 right now.
There you go.
Let's get into another fight.
How about we don't?
And the Thompson and Ziamara will move forward to shake both of your hands, and wish the both of you well with the next one.
Yeah, you fought
Thank
well.
you. Wait, the staff is...
next one. Don't do that right now. Go sit my ass down.
Theodora's like, I'm good. I'll talk to you later. Just kind of
I won both. I'm good. I did it.
I hope this staff serves you well, and I hope wherever we meet in the future, we meet as friends. And then I leave because girl, I'm not trying to do all that.
Nope. You see similarly, they're like, yeah, thanks. Just kind of walk off, like, just kind of done.
Never see them ever again.
As you are reunited with Oria and Cal and Sam, back outside of the pit.
Did so good.
I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I'd be terrified every second.
I just hand you. I have drinks for them ready. Just shove drinks in their hands.
Simultaneously, I'm handing you back your quarterstaff.
I will take the drink.
I mean, yeah, I like point to like the lump on the changeling's head. Like, yeah,
You
we're
did good with
really-
it. You had no training with it. You did great.
Running a brief diagnostic, it would seem that there is actually cause for Cal's concern. But I do believe, as the phrasing goes, I'll be fine.
I mean, fear. There wasn't much fear here because there's no risk of dying
Exactly. You can do whatever you
or a
want.
fear of losing.
I suppose there was some concern, though.
With?
Mostly, mostly just, well, Theodora being unconscious is probably not going to bode well for us. That type of thing. But,
Well, I mean, it's not. She didn't have a normal weapons and stuff, so.
this is also true. The weapon that one of them wielded was most unusual. I wonder what it was.
Yeah, you said something weird in my
It
head.
had a mind-altering effect of some kind.
Oh, enchantment, yeah. Charm magic.
Indeed, that seems the case. Very interesting, the kind of things that they allow here. But, well, I think this is the part where we celebrate a toast to victory, and whatnot.
Yeah. Theodora's like sitting and it's like doing that sway that like drunk people do, but she's not drunk, she was just unconscious.
Oh yes.
I'm
And
fanning
at
you with one of my
15 hit
wings.
points. With a drink in her hand, just like,
Why don't what does one of you roll a d20 for me, please?
oh boy.
Okay, who wants to do it? You know something,
fuck it,
Theodora,
I'll
you
do
do
it.
it because the
I
way
will
I was
call
doing
on
these rolls
someone,
today.
I'm not afraid.
Is this just like a luck check?
This is just a let's see how the rest of this evening is going because it's starting to get later in the evening. This is going to determine the rest of the evening for the sake of brevity.
Well, that's a 9, so pretty average.
Okay.
Pretty mid. I'll deck a little downhill from here.
A little bit.
Like,
Yeah,
That's an
you know.
average. That's an average roll. Like Cal's got average
like-
strength because that's my strength stat.
Oh my god.
That is, we'll see for the sake of brevity. You are able to get your staff back, Cal, by the way.
Oh my.
You're able to get that back. The rest of the evening, it's a little bit lower energy because some of y'all are very tired. Just have had a lot of fighting, but also just being in this kind of crowded space for a while. But merriment is had. And with a 9, you do get home and settled. You kind of see Sam has probably uses the amethyst to kind of just, especially for Deidora, just being as tired as they are, kind of just float Deidora home back towards the river's end on this little like rest. And you're like sitting up talking, but you're just tired. As you're kind of just slowly moving on this little amethyst platform.
Oh my god, I am that one friend who gets drunk and has to be babysat, except I'm not drunk at all.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not drunk,
fucked
you're
up.
just tired.
But it's the same. It's like the same energy.
Right.
But eventually, you all find your way back towards the river's end. Sam will thank you immensely for the merriment.
Blackstone, if you still wanted to have a friend go with you to Astera tomorrow, I'll meet you at the tea shop, maybe in the evening. After, you said you had to go there first, so maybe you can come grab me after.
Okay.
Okay. This is really fun though. Thank you.
Thank you for coming along. And also, I have to say, part of my willingness to go out today was seeing you do the kind of things that you do. So, thank you for being inspiring.
Thank you for being you.
And he'll
I like give Sam a hug and like ruffle his hair. Like the hair that I helped
He
put
gives
back
you
together. I
4
ruffle
more
it.
points of healing as that's happening.
Oh, bless him.
You see as his hand kind of connects with your back, you feel a slight weight, and you feel that there's a amethyst flower that looks almost like a lily that has been kind of placed there.
Yeah, this was really fun. I'm tired. Ow. I'm going back to the dorms. So.
Well, impressive and courageous you are, Sam. Thank you for being with us tonight and just showing off a bit, to be honest.
It was fun. But I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Get sleeps.
Safe on the way home.
Will do. Bye, y'all.
And he shuts the door. You hear his feet padding down the stairs. The rest of the evening is yours.
I go straight to bed. I just collapse.
You see,
Well, I do not.
Sparky is sitting there waiting on your bed.
Yeah.
Has been keeping it warm for you while you're away.
While I do
So
not
cute,
sleep,
I
I am certainly very, very much willing to be in a far more idle state. So,
A stasis.
I will go do that, and then I just walk to the bedroom and go into stasis. Like y'all hear like the Windows 95 shutdown thing.
Yeah. Oria, Cal, is there anything you wish to do before you retire for the evening?
Oria is still probably drunk, but is got full hit points and everything. So she's that friend at the end of the night, like, it's bedtime? What? Where's everyone going?
Right, well, I feel like everyone was very exerted after the evening. You're lucky enough yourself to not have been taking too much of the brunt, but
well, I mean, it did, but
best.
then they had the healers there, so it was really useful.
Oh, that's true. But then, you know, I think everyone's had a little. There is such a thing as too much excitement, you know.
That is true.
And how are you actually feeling? I noticed the drink. The drink had such an effect on you.
Oh, I got it all out. It's fine.
The
Never had
effect
that.
or the drink?
The drink. And the effect. I got that out too.
Right. Okay. Oh, fine.
It seems to be temporary. She does like a little weird jiggle. Like, yeah, I seem to be solid again.
That's.
I mean, it's not. Things happen sometimes. Oh, the weirdest one is one of the first times I was Deidre. We were fighting just a random bunch of bandits, and I popped back, and I was a plant. She had to carry around a little potted plant for like 10 minutes. It was really weird.
So that wasn't the drink. That was just you.
Yeah, that happens sometimes when I come back from the veil. I don't quite come back fully me, and it takes a moment or things happen, or sometimes there's explosions, sometimes there's fire. It just depends.
You are not lying on having uncontrolled magic then. Oh,
It's
hi.
just part-
Okay.
I didn't just
All
want
right.
to be in what we are. Sometimes it happens. Not all fairies can do it. It's just one of those things.
That's good to know. Right. So, well, I guess I should retire myself. You know, big day ahead of us tomorrow.
You okay?
You should suspect. What's that?
Are you actually okay? I've given you a hard time tonight.
Oh yeah, it was but you know, everyone got to have a good time. And I think you're right about overthinking it and trying to have the answer before I make a move, and well, keeping the answers to myself when I make the move. So, you know, maybe we figure out all this business with Blackstone tomorrow, and you know, we just try to move forward.
Exactly. And don't think I've forgotten. We will train soon.
Oh, so you haven't forgotten. That's good.
No.
All right. So we are fighting then. All right. So that's good. Just right, tomorrow then. We'll see that happen.
We're gonna get you better at this. Because again, you can't think so much. In a fight, fights happen so fast. It's only like you only have like 6 seconds to make a decision.
Right. It's an oddly specific number, but yes, right.
It's such a it could be more, could be less, but it feels like a very quick
Suddenly
6
you're thinking
seconds.
more about this than I thought you were thinking about this. You've got this down to a arithmetic
that kind
measure
comes
of
with after that's about how many hits I can do in 6 seconds. Is that many? So
Wow.
Fine,
All
yes.
right. So, all right. Time in on the speed bag then. Oh, okay then. Well then,
Good
I
job,
am much less nervous about fighting you. And with that, I think it is time for rest.
Have a good night. And she tips her imaginary hat. I don't know why I just did that. Have a good night, sir.
I like to picture that.
She's
Pip pip cheerio. Good evening.
Cheerio to you.
Court for that.
I don't know why she did that. Have a good night.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah.
How about that?
Ooh,
So,
we
like,
also have to say fin to court. Wow.
Yeah.
She's gonna spin on her heel and kind of like float into the room. And when she gets into the room, because are we still sharing a room with Deidre and Oreo?
I would assume, unless you
Yeah,
would move
that's what I
to the
thought.
vacant one.
No.
No.
Yeah, I figured as
mean,
much.
Theodore didn't move.
No. As soon as she's in there, she starts druid crafting it with her wings, making it smell like the woods.
Oh.
Oh,
What
my
are the smells
God,
she knows makes you happy and like
Pine
grounds and
scent.
centers you. Yeah, pine incense is lit with her wings as she like
Oh my God.
gets in bed and
You see
That's the power of
Theodora's
druid
asleep.
craft, baby.
You see Theodora's asleep, but like you see her visibly relax, like, and like fall into a deeper sleep.
All right. You all settle in for a night of sleep. The next morning happens. Oreo, why don't you roll a Constitution savings throw since you've been drinking a bit? Actually, anyone who's been drinking more than a couple sips should probably roll.
19 total.
Oh, you're fine.
Is that con save?
Yeah, you're fine. Unfazed.
25.
Absolutely fine. Sore, but
I'm
not-
telling you, super soldier serum
Not
on
hungover.
Deodora. All right, that's a 13 on Cal.
Cal, you feeling it a little bit. There's a lot of people last night. You were seeing a lot of things. You were drinking a bit. You were also stressed out, so you're feeling a little bit.
Cal's a lightweight? Shock and gasp.
10 hit point Cal, a lightweight? What?
No, couldn't be. As you all awaken for the day. It is an overcast day. The festivities are still happening with the festival, although most of them have moved outside of the city and into the caravans. There's a light rain that's falling from the sky, as well as a lovely little nip of colder air. As you see some of the orange and red leaves kind of slowly moving in the wind. As you all awaken, and the day is yours. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna relish in my 59 hit points, thank God. Just kidding.
For having significantly more than 0 hit points.
Yeah, exactly.
Ori is up making tea and doing like morning training.
Sure.
Blackstone is up and honestly is like about business, as it were, just like figuring out what needs to. It's not like he has to shower, so it's just like, well, making sure that Corbin's all tucked in and stuff, and that he has all of the things that they need, and then like I think Sam wanted me to go and get him before going to Astera or after.
After. He wanted you to run your errand first, because he had classes
Okay.
in the morning, and then to come grab him from the tea leaves in the afternoon.
Okay.
Cal is shuffling over to the coffee. Just like doing
I
that whole...
immediately he's taller than me, but I reach up, take his head, and turn it to the water.
Yep.
Right. Oh, I just was gonna wake up a bit with you know.
No. You're dehydrated, you need water.
Oh, okay. All right. Water it is.
We've discussed this.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not in the mood to fight with you.
And then you're gonna go down and get yourself some huevos rancheros.
Do they have those? Sounds delicious.
I mean, they could. I'm not opposed.
IRL, you got me hungry for some huevos rancheros now.
Welcome.
I might need to have that for dinner. But yeah.
Right. All right. So he like starts drinking a little bit. All right, that's fine. And then he like looks over at Oria, and there's this facial expression of I'll never understand how you do it, because like she's over there like doing her
like
push-ups.
handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
On one arm with the tea in her other hand, sipping it.
So he's just like sipping water with this look of bewilderment at Oria, like how the hell? Dude,
I go over and join Oria.
The look that the rest of us give morning people.
I am going to try to like kind of depart quietly and not disturb everybody because like I'm just gonna go have a conversation with the headmaster and come back. And that is a 22 on stealth.
All right.
Oh well.
Blackstone was here. Now they're gone.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Like I don't think it would take anybody long to notice that Blackstone isn't there, but you probably wouldn't see things like when he left.
Mm-hmm.
But you would know exactly where he going. It would take y'all no time to catch up.
Okay. All right. So with that, we will follow Blackstone as he leaves, but for a moment before we actually do, because I'm thinking about where we're at. Doesn't take you too long to notice that Blackstone has slipped away. What are the rest of you doing during this time?
We're doing the training stuff, so I think we're probably still doing that. Because if it doesn't take us that long, I doubt we've moved on to a secondary activity.
Sure.
Yeah. But then absolutely getting breakfast after.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You all will go and get some good brunch. From downstairs, Brooke and Sunny have a ton of food. Lots of water as well. You do see they have some of the more fruity drinks as well as your basic kind of ales as well if you don't want something a little bit more sugary and just wanting something more to the norm is available there as well. Okay. So you all
Oria definitely has breakfast beer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Always. So the three of you are enjoying that. As we will pan to Blackstone walking the streets, heading outside of the city towards Astera. You don't have too much difficulty because you're heading the opposite way from where the revelry is. You're kind of cutting through the city. You know which paths to take before you end up outside of the walls. And you know just the quiet. There's birds calling. There's rain that's lightly falling on the path. There's a couple puddles as your boots are kind of walking along the dirt road. And it doesn't take too long for you to get to the outskirts of Astera. You see the several guards are still standing guard over it. But it's not long for you to notice the tower that's just within the tree line. They do wave you in, no problem. I'm assuming you're heading towards where Deidre is, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This morning you find her, even though it's relatively early, she seems to be wrapping up a class in one of the greenhouses that are on the premises. Seemingly have gone over components to be used in a divination spell of sorts. So she kind of comes out wearing these kind of, think of like a gardener's robes, apron, gloves that she's kind of taking off. Her hair has been braided to the side as you see the stonework is it's more plated, but she takes notice of you after a few minutes. Blackstone, hopefully you have good news this time.
I'm uncertain as to how to answer that question.
Why don't we adjourn to my office and we can talk about this a bit better. And she kind of looks over. You see a couple students have been kind of moving their way over to her. I will answer your questions after your third period class. I have someone else I need to meet at the moment, but I will meet with you shortly. Okay? And she kind of nods in their direction and will escort you back to her office. Doesn't take too long before you enter the somewhat messy space. The only place of pure order is her desk. You do still see suspended is that the crystal fragment you were able to get is kind of slowly rotating. And she kind of glances over to it. Well, is this something I should be sitting for or remain standing for?
It is something that you may find very interesting.
It usually is when I'm speaking to you, Blackstone.
Well, I suppose we'll start at the beginning.
Okay.
Well, a few days ago, it was brought to my attention that, and she gets a telepathic image of the entire conversation I had at the tea shop.
Mm-hmm.
That, well, their method of delivery says abrasive and felt very akin to someone I have some passing awareness of, I suppose. But other people are aware that I exist or have existed somewhere. And so I suppose this is as good a time as any for me to, well, have adventures, but probably for the sake of Astera and the nearby towns, probably elsewhere.
She pauses for a moment. Well, it sounds like you want to run.
I had thought about that, but, and then she gets the whole replay of the conversation I had with the party.
Okay.
Also, while I am sure at some point that I will be going, I don't want to go before I find out whatever this possible danger is. The people who have unfinished business with the crystal seem to want to finish it.
Understandable.
And there's the matter of Grenowitch.
Mm-hmm. You've spoken about it lightly, but I can tell by the look of you that there's much more to this that you may not be letting on.
Oh, well, that's kind of the express reason for me being here, so maybe we should fix that. And there is a description of, like, there's kind of like the whole bit of information that we found out about, or that Cal shared about the relationship between Pithyweather and Grenowitch. And then after that sharing, there's after many twists and turns and adventures, and in some cases, people being hurt, I've come to the conclusion that maybe the best course of action is just to speak to Grenowitch in a more direct manner. I am unsure of how that will go, but I intend to try anyway.
I think that's definitely a good thought to have.
It is certainly more suitable than murder.
Especially with Grenowitch. For sure.
Why especially with Grenowitch?
She's been around about as long as I and Pithyweather have been here. So, let's say if you were to try to do away with her, I don't know necessarily how that outcome could be.
Who is she?
Well, the three of us, truthfully, have been friends for a long time. We all came to Illipin from different areas. I came from the northeast, closer to Allegris. Pithyweather came from the capital, and Grenowitch came from the north. The exact, truthfully, doesn't matter. She came from the north. We were competitive. That's how it is in school. I'm sure you saw it here when you were a student. It's just part of it all. But all of us wanted similar goals, but did things in a different manner. I didn't want to just do things for competition, for instance. Pithyweather wanted similarly, but truthfully, I haven't been in as much touch with her as I have been with Grenowitch. Pithyweather distanced herself after she did a bit of traveling. I'm not sure what exactly happened on this excursion, but she changed. She became more introverted, more interested in politics. It wasn't long before she started to progress through the college and now sits with council. Grenowitch wanted to continue to help people, but didn't necessarily want to be so brazen compared to what Pithyweather was doing. So any time the city has been in trouble, it's, while we all have our efforts of trying to make things better, it's usually Grenowitch that's the one that solves it. The one that gets the credit, though, would be Pithyweather. Very little happens in this city without Grenowitch's knowing. I suspect, based upon what you've told me and what I've been hearing, Pithyweather is growing. Not growing. She's lost. Whatever her motivations may be, whatever her goals may be, she may be losing sight of them. It's certainly concerning if she's looking into others' minds.
Do you happen to know what the significance of this object is? And there's just like an image of the lion statues?
That was a prize. The two of them liked to play poker on occasion. That item was originally Grenowitches. It's made from, at least what Grenowitch was able to tell me, made from the bark of a tree that was close to home. Two of them got a bit drunk. She and Pithyweather ended up winning it as a prize, but there was a condition that each year the statue would be returned to Grenowitch. So Grenowitch would have it for a year, and Pithyweather would have it for the next. If Pithyweather is wanting that, well, if Grenowitch is wanting it, then Pithyweather has either missed on giving it, or she wants to be done with this whole arrangement. But that would be something to ask her. She's pretty straightforward once you talk to her. She can be a bit odd, but truthfully, I don't believe she means any harm. Just as I suspect that you don't mean any harm either, Blackstone. And I don't think necessarily running from things that may be in the city are going to help you in any way.
I suppose not, but... And there is, like, a whole thing that happens. There is, like, in the office, just Blackstone removes his mask and puts it on the desk. Well, if there are things in the city to stay for, then I will certainly be here. But I think the way things are going now, it's very possible that me finding out what I need to about myself and the world around me means that at some point I will need to leave. Not to avoid things, but to see and to learn. And I suppose to experience, which I learned last night can be very dangerous, but also a lot of fun.
I won't pretend to know what you're talking about, but...
Oh, well, I will tell you.
No, I don't want to. Truthfully, what you do outside of here, as long as you are not... You know what? Never mind. I don't even want to even entertain. It's good that you were having fun, though.
If it is of any consolation, the activities were explicitly non-lethal.
Good. She just looks slightly concerned. Good. Certainly Point Staff sent you here. Actually, that leads to a good question. Why do you think Point Staff sent you here?
At the time that he sent me, it was because, well, the unique nature of the being that I am was drawing uncomfortable amounts of attention to Jorix. However, well, and this is a part where Blackstone goes, where Blackstone kind of thinks of like the party as a whole. You know, if they end up here, I should have them try to translate what I learned. I shared with them some of my earliest memories. Much like everything else about me, the earlier memories also come with a warning of some kind. Do you happen to know what the Felk are?
I've heard of them. I don't have too much knowledge about it. They're... As you see, she kind of maneuvers over towards a bookshelf where you see there's large volumes. And she pulls out this tome. You can see it's massive, very weathered, very old. And she brings it over to the desk. and lays it out. And after getting through about halfway, you see a page settle where there's a diamond as well as this kind of antler headdress that's wrapped around. I have a picture of it. I'll send it to you after. Wrapped around the diamond. And there are these small flowers that are also encircling. And you do see, because you saw, actually no, you see written down is the word Felk. The Felk haven't been seen or heard in several centuries, I believe. The knowledge that we have is limited, but they were civilization that was around right before the rupture. When the rupture happened, it's believed, since we didn't get any word, that they were probably wiped out. But their home was in the Genora wetlands. They were known for being fierce warriors, both with a blade but also with magic. They're also the last ones that at least we have a record of anything like you being there, Blackstone. There's not many automatons. And even the ones that we have now don't have as much. And she kind of looks at you, giving a slight smile, flair for the dramatics, as you do. So, for what that's worth, it's all the information. You see, literally, it's about half a page. There's not a lot of information on there.
Well, that's at least one adventure that we'll have at some point during my lifetime.
Mm-hmm. But I would say just continue being you and just be more aware of your surroundings. And I can tell that the group you're with is a really good group. Plus, I don't think Corbin necessarily wants to leave his adoring fans with your group either.
Well, perhaps not. Well, I am learning the importance of not doing things alone, so I am going to go and retrieve my friends, and then I suppose we should see about talking to Grenowitch, and
She's
for what
easy
it's
to
worth,
talk to, so
for what it's worth, I hope we're able to help your friend. If your friends are anything like the ones that I have recently come to know, then I have to imagine it is very difficult being concerned about their well-being.
I appreciate that. And believe me, it's not been easy, but sometimes all you can do to be the most supportive friend is just kind of wait to see what they're going to do. But I do appreciate it. Grenowitch, like I said, can come across as much more than she really is.
Well, then in that case, I will make sure to use my words. Also, there is an absolutely brilliant student I hope you have the chance to meet at some point.
Really?
Their name is Sam.
Well, if you recommend them, Blackstone, I will of course consider it.
And then I kind of make my leave and head back to the inn where the party is.
All right. And as you head back towards the inn, Oria, as you are having some brunch, not really nursing a hangover. I imagine being someone impatient, wanting to do something today, but not sure what. Maybe still revved up from the battles that were happening the night before.
Oh yeah, if everyone's still eating, she's like, cross your legs, like perching on the bench, sitting back down on the bench, like putting your leg up, like standing up, putting it, like she's just...
You hear the light tone of bells nearby. Not like a large tower. Think of like sleigh bells. Light coming from the courtyard.
Uh-oh. She's up and heads that direction.
Okay.
She knows what these bells are, right? I know what they are.
Oh yeah, you know very well.
I'll be right back. How many days have you been traveling? How many days have you been here? Oh shit. I'll be right back.
Oh,
and she stands up very quick and probably taller than you normally see her, just standing up straight.
Back is straight, that's not good.
Gone.
Yep.
You see her she's fixed oh, that's supposed to go down.
You see
precedent druid craft on herself.
Yeah.
Trying to...
You
I didn't
see
shower this morning. Shit.
Does somebody have a prestidigitation I can borrow?
Who's got prestidigitation in this ball? Someone has to have it.
As you head outside, you do see the tree as well as that bird bath. And above that bird bath, you see there's a bit of white and blue light that's kind of glowing and emitting from the bird bath itself.
Head over to the bird bath.
All right. You step over and peer down, and you see first their eyes looking very serious, slightly cross at you, as these azure blue eyes are staring out at you. Well, dear, it's been far too long.
Oh, hello. Has it been that long since I've last checked in?
And that's where we're gonna end for today.
Bitch.
Sorry, y'all.
I almost want to argue that Deidre might know what this sound is.
Oh yeah,
too.
Deidre, you would know. You would have heard that noise a few times during your travels. Yes, you would know.
Oh no, she's getting a call from her mom.
Did you forget to meet with your parole officer? What's the deal?
But that is it for today, y'all. We went a little long, but I wanted to get to those 2 moments, as well as April won't be with us next week, so we'll see what's happening with this meeting when she gets back, which will be part 1 of our finale.
Legron.
I'm sorry.
It's good to start the finale with the fairy council.
It's fine. Maybe
Start the finale with getting in trouble.
Yes,
with
that's the
your
long
mom.
part. I just want everybody to know that last week we're just like, oh, we're just here for the ride, we're just here doing whatever the party's doing. No big deal or anything like that. No.
So we'll be out of here. We'll be back next week without April, but exploring and seeing what this group is gonna do next. They've got a decision to make about what they're going to do, and with some of the newfound knowledge that Blackstone has just been bequeathed, it'll be interesting to see what we do. But we are gonna go ahead and get out of here and raid fantastic community that's live. But thank you all so much. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. And we will be back next time. See ya.